Well, Merry Christmas. I imagine you sitting in your living room, surrounded by unwrapped gifts, sipping your coffee, hot chocolate, or tea, and enjoying either the sounds of your young kids at Christmas or the quiet of its arrival. Today, our Savior was born. God entered earth as a human child, and He came for you. He truly is the reason for this season. And as I was writing this message, I was being reminded of Christmas days from the past, being awoken at the earliest hour possible by my 3 kids and just seeing the excitement of their faces as they tore open gifts and sipped hot chocolate, watching them as they tinkered with their newest toy or game, sitting with them as a Christmas story played on the TV and we ate my wife's delicious egg dish. Christmas morning is truly a special day of the year, and it's my hope that you will thoroughly enjoy it, much like the mother of Jesus did. In Luke chapter 2, we read about the birth of Jesus and then the arrival of the shepherds on that day to see him. And then at the very end of the birth story, there's this verse that often gets overlooked. In Luke chapter 2, verses 18 and 19, it says this: "All who heard the shepherd's story were astonished, but Mary kept all of these things in her heart and thought about them often." But Mary kept all of these things in her heart and thought about them often. Luke is obviously recording how eyewitnesses, maybe even Mary herself, described the birth of Jesus. But I think he includes this verse because he sees it as an invitation to all those who love and follow Jesus. You see, Christmas isn't just about one day or 1 month out of the year. It's about all of life. The story of Christmas ought to be kept in all of our hearts and thought about often. The fact that God came to us in the same manner as we entered into the world should be thought about and remembered often. You know, both of my boys were born in December. Landon, my oldest, was born December 1st, 2004. Evan was born December 30th, 2005. I know, 13 months apart. That's another story for another time. But because their births were both in December, the Christmas season isn't only for us celebrating the Savior's birth, but also celebrating our sons' births. And on their birthdays, we take time to honor them with gifts, and we allow them to eat their favorite foods. And inevitably, we venture into looking at old pictures of them as babies and toddlers and young kids. Their cute faces bring all these memories back, mostly good, of course. And in that moment, our hearts are filled with how far they've come and the joy it's been most days to be their parents. While we certainly honor our boys on their birthdays in December, we don't only honor and love them on their birthday. They're a gift to us as parents, and so like Mary, we think about them often. Likewise, the birth of Jesus is certainly to be honored and remembered yearly this time of year. We roll out the red carpet and we sing songs of worship and honor to Him. We celebrate His coming through generosity and gift giving. We celebrate His gift of forgiveness and new life by reading the story of Christmas and hearing words of joy and encouragement. But it doesn't stop there, nor should it. Like Mary, we too should keep these things close to our heart and think of them often. Now listen, whether we want it to be or not, December 26th is but a few hours away. And when it comes, the Christmas season will be all but over. The decorations will start to go back into the box. The wrapping paper and the boxes will be thrown in the recycling and the garbage. The food will all be eaten. The family will go home. And when everything is back in its place, it's stored safely away for the next year, there will still be one thing remaining. Jesus will still be the Messiah, the Savior of the world. He will still be the Prince of Peace, the wonderful Counselor, the mighty God, the everlasting Father. Jesus will still be the way, the truth, and the life. He will still be the one who came for us at Christmas to provide a way back to God, to experience the fullness of life in the way that God would have us. So this morning, as you sip your coffee or your tea or your hot chocolate, will you take a page from Mary's book and commit to thinking of these things often? I mean, maybe it's even worth stepping away from all the commotion in your home to spend a moment considering all that Jesus is to you. Christmas Day will be gone before you know it. You'll be back to work or school and into your daily routine. 2023 will come with a flourish, and you'll be looking forward to what the new year brings. But it's my hope that Christmas would never be too far from your heart, that you, like Mary, would think of it often and be reminded. Jesus is your Emmanuel. He is God with you. He will never leave you or forsake you. He will be with you until the end of time. So in this moment, I want to give you just some time to simply be reminded of Jesus and the promises he gives us in his word and on this Christmas day. May you allow these words to take root in your mind and in your heart. May you think of them often. Merry Christmas.